All right, I didn't want to remake the notes video because I thought it had good information in it, but I know that the last example, if you watched it with the odd numbers, was kind of confusing. I did make that video for the honors students who are expected to do more things by hand. So I thought that I could at least go over some of the problems on the worksheet just to make sure that you guys are comfortable. So let's go ahead and look at number 1. So with the process, the first thing we do is subtract the 7 over to the other side. So we have y minus 7 equals x squared plus 4x, and then we're going to have to add something to complete the square. And so what we do next is we take this term and we divide it by 2. You're always dividing it by 2. You're never dividing it by anything else. So divide that by 2. The next thing you do is square that number. So 2 squared is 4. And then that's the number that completes the square. So I'm going to add 4 right here, and I'm going to add 4 over here. All right, so at this point on the left, we have a negative 7 and a positive 4. That's a negative 3. So we have y minus 3. On this side, if we were to factor this, it's numbers that multiply to 4 that add to 4. That's 2 and 2. And it will always be like that where it's the same number twice because you're completing the square, so you want something squared. The other thing you'll notice is it's whatever you got when you divided by 2. That's the number that goes in there. So we got a positive 2. Positive 2 is what goes in there. Now I can go ahead and just add the 3 over to the other side, and I'm completely finished. Y equals x plus 2 squared plus 3. All right, let's look at number 3. So first step, subtract the 38. Y minus 38 equals x squared plus 12x. I'm going to do a plus blank so that I can complete the square. 12 divided by 2 equals 6. And then 6 squared equals 36. So 36 is the number that completes the square. I'm going to put a 36 in the blank. And then whatever I add to the right side of the equation, I have to add to the left side of the equation as well. Y minus 2 equals, so the number we got when we divided by 2 was 6, and it was positive, so I'm going to write x plus 6 squared. And then I can go ahead and add the 2 to the other side. So y equals x plus 6 squared plus 2. All right, number 5, we've got some negatives here. So I'm going to subtract the 27 over to the other side. Y minus 27 equals x squared minus 10x plus blank. Negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. And then I'm going to be careful here. Negative 5 squared, I have to put that in parentheses if I'm going to plug it into my calculator to find the answer. Negative 5 squared is 25. So 25 is the number that completes the square. Whatever I do to the right side, I have to do to the left side. So I have y minus 2, and then in my parentheses, the number that I got when I divided by 2 was negative 5, so it should be x minus 5 squared. Add the 2 over, and then y equals x minus 5 squared plus 2. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start off by subtracting the 46. Y minus 46 equals x squared minus 12x, and I'll leave a space. Negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 squared is 36. So 36 is the number that completes the square. Whatever I do to the right side, I need to do to the left side as well. So I'm going to add 36 over here. I get y minus 10. And then in parentheses, the number that I got when I divided by 2 was negative 6. So x minus 6 squared. Y equals x minus 6 squared plus 10 because I have the 10 and I added it over. All right, let's go ahead and do some of the ones on the back because we do have some odd numbers and that can be intimidating sometimes. So let's start with number 11. I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 9 to the other side. Y minus 9 equals x squared minus 5x plus blank. Now, in the video, I left the next step as a fraction. We do not have to do fractions. We can certainly do decimals if that feels more comfortable. So negative 5 divided by 2 is negative 2.5. And then I'm going to do negative 2.5 squared. So in my calculator, I'm typing negative 2.5 squared, 6.25. So I'm going to add 6.25 to the right side. I'm going to add 6.25 to the left side. Negative 9 plus 6.25, negative 2.75. So I have y minus 2.75 equals, and then the number that I got when I divided by 2 was negative 2.5. So x minus 2.5 squared. And then I can go ahead and take the negative 2.75 and just move it over to the other side. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. So x squared plus 9x plus 15, I'm going to subtract the 15 over. Y minus 15 equals x squared plus 9x plus the space. So I have 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. And then 4.5 squared. Now this one, since it's not negative, you don't need the parentheses. I usually put them around a decimal just because to me it feels like it looks weird. But you get the same answer either way. So 20.25 is the number we're going to put here. And then over here we're going to put 20.25. So negative 15 plus 20.25, 5.25. So this is y plus 5.25 equals, and then in the parentheses, I'm going to take the number from when I divided by 2. It's a positive 4.5, so x plus 4.5 is what goes in the parentheses. And then I can go ahead and subtract the 5.25 over. All right, one last thing before I end the video. There is a typo on number 9. It says 68. It was supposed to be 168. So go ahead and just stick a 1 right in front of that. 168. If you didn't put the 100, your answer would feel a little bit weird. The numbers would have been a little bit off.